Hey, welcome to another episode of Empower the Yet, the podcast where we help new business women thrive and succeed. I'm your host, Melinda, and joining me today is my co-host, Lisa.
Yeah, thank you, Melinda. Y'all, it is great to be here, and I'm excited about. I'm excited about every topic. We both are. We just get super excited to share these things with you guys. Today, we're going to be discussing a couple of things. We're going to be discussing the importance of promoting yourself in business. It really is a vital part that all new business women, all business women, period, need to embrace to grow their ventures successfully. It's not the easiest one because we don't like to self promote, but it is critical.
Right. Absolutely. It is definitely critical. That's for sure. But it's so uncomfortable at first. You just feel like you're tooting your own horn, if you will.
Right.
But promoting yourself is crucial for establishing your brand, attracting clients, building a strong professional network. But let's start by highlighting some key reasons why self promotion matters in business. Plus, let's talk about ways to promote your business that won't break the bank.
Yes, ma'am, for sure. First of all, let's start with one reason that self promotion uh, really allows you to showcase your expertise and your value, whatever it is that you're offering there. It's an opportunity that you can talk about your skills, your knowledge, and the solutions that you bring to the table because who knows better than you? Honestly, you do.
Exactly. So, by promoting yourself effectively, you position yourself really as an authority in your field, like an expertise, and that's something that's going to build trust, the know factor, the like factor. So it's really all about the credibility with your potential clients and partners. Um, there's some people online that you can go and they just start like just it's like they vomit their products or they vomit their what they're doing all over the place, right? And you don't have um the trust or the like because you don't really know much about them. They haven't shown up authentically. They're not very vulnerable. um it's like they're just selling to you, right? But you don't really even know why because you don't see the value in it. And so it's really important to learn how to promote yourself effectively. And so today, we're going to be really talking about like possibly doing some, media kits, some portfolios to be able to create that know, like, and trust, especially when you're trying to promote yourself. And maybe you want to get on a podcast, or maybe you want to speak at an event. Maybe you're an author and you have a book that you want to present, and you maybe want to talk about like at a women's conference or something. Having a piece of paper or a graphic that has all the detailed information on it is crucial when somebody said, okay, can you share your media kit? Can you share your portfolio? And it's like basically like your online resume to be able to show up authentically and be who you are to promote what you're doing and what you have to offer.
Love that. Yeah. And, when you have a media kit, when we say self promotion, a lot of us get real wonky about that because it does sound
Mhm.
braggy. It does sound like you're tooting your own horn, but really you do need to put it out there because we're in a competitive marketplace no matter what, whether you're wanting to be a speaker, like you said, at an event or that you want to offer your services to somebody. So self
Mhm.
promotion, or we're going to talk about that media kit, really helps people see you and understand who you are and to see if you're a good fit for them, because that's really the key to it, is seeing if you're a good fit. With so many businesses and women or speakers, whatever it is, wanting the attention of the market, it's really important to create that strong personal brand or media kit or portfolio that will showcase you, differentiate you from the rest, and really just you know um, showing your branding. A lot of that is that part of it too, and we
For
just
sure.
completed a training about branding your business and how it's so essential to your business, but
Mhm.
media kits are part of that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of the most powerful tools for self promotion today on social media. It provides a platform to reach like a wide audience in engagement for potential clients. Showcase your expertise. It's very professional looking. So let's just discuss some things that the strategies you can use to leverage on social media effectively. So one strategy is to identify the social media platforms where your target audience is the most active. Okay. Sometimes for me, it was Facebook for a really long time. Now it's on several platforms, but Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, Twitter is another one Twitter is one of those that is, it's controversial like TikTok is, I guess, but I'm telling you, it's a place to go get facts, okay, about things that are going on. I know that our school system posts a lot about, on TikTok. I'm sorry, on Twitter, because it's just short, right? They put a graphic in there. We click on it. We can go get our tickets for games, all this kind of stuff. It's pretty amazing. And you can do the same thing. You're going to focus your efforts on the channel that creates the most attraction at first. And as you get comfortable, you can move over to the other platforms. Or if you use a system where it can post to many platforms, post there. You're probably going to get some traction, maybe not a whole lot because of algorithm situation, but interact with your audience in those, on those platforms, especially the ones that you're really comfortable with. So.
Yeah, exactly. And, and posting consistently, we've said that so many
Mhm.
times. And, we've talked about the media kit as one way to do it. We can go deeper into that. The social media is the second way to really self-promote. Okay. This is all about you promoting yourself or your VA helping you promote yourself, whichever way it is. But when we're talking about all these platforms, regularly post valuable content, and you don't want to just, like you said, kind of vomit all the information, whether you're in a network marketing business or whatever. You're not just throwing that out, you're posting valuable content like tips or
Mhm.
insights, some stories. If you're talking about your business, you can post about success stories that you've had, or that a client has had through you, which is really awesome too. So again, self-promotion does not have to be braggy. It can
Mhm.
really just help you to look like that expert. You're going to establish your strong presence on social media, looking at your target audience, really. And, I
Yeah.
like when you can look at things that are engaging and informative, and then that person is also interacting with me. That really makes it kind of important. And I know that, we're not going to get deep into hashtags or anything like that, but those are some things that, even though people are like, well, I'm not sure if it's really relevant, we still like to add those into the platforms that have been traditionally good in hashtags. But yeah, let's look at those kinds of things. We've the social media part of it for sure, and the media kit. Those are two biggies right there.
Yeah. So, social media is definitely your number one. And then, you have other things that, people are going to ask you for. If you're like, I really need to get in onto more places on, like, let's say Facebook, and you find groups and stuff like this that promote like podcasts, they're going to ask you for your media kit. They're going to ask you for, and your media kit's going to list all of your social media platforms. It's going to list all the detailed information about what you do, what your business has to offer. And so it's just a valuable tool for businesses, particularly those seeking like media coverage, partnerships with influencers and other brands. And a media kit ensures that your brand messaging remains consistent across all the platforms, as well as how you interact with people. It just sets like a standard. It's a standardized set of information that's visual, that accurately represents your brand colors, your fonts, all the things, your profile picture. So it really reduces the risk of miscommunicating with inconsistencies. So another way is blogging and content marketing. So when you start a blog on your website and you share valuable insights, tips, and industry expert, like Pinterest is huge, right, for blogging. You're going to utilize the search engine optimization, the SEO techniques to help improve the visualization and attract organic traffic to your website. So that's another way that you can, you've got social media platforms that are free. You've got the media kit, which is going to help you have this consistent when you're trying to promote yourself. And then you have your blog, your website, which are going to help optimize that through the SEOs.
I love how you're talking about that because, when we're on social media and your people are asking you, what do you do? Refer back to on your own media kit, put out there, if you've got a blurb on there of what you do, instead of you constantly having to think, oh, let me think of another way, you can always copy that. So I like you said, where you said this consistency of that. And, when you're talking about a blog, that's something that not a lot of us really think about because it kind of sounds difficult unless you're a writer. But I'm just going to tell you guys a secret. With the new AI tools, it is not as difficult as it seems. And it doesn't require you to invest a lot financially, which is really good. So I like that part of it. Leveraging all of those kinds of things. We got so many tips, y'all. You got to, if you want to know more, join in our Empower Coaching Academy because that's one of the things that we teach on too. But along with all of these things, getting your media kit on point, making sure that you've got your social media. I think a lot of times we forget about networking. What can we tell everybody about networking here? And that's just not only online, but offline too.
Yeah, absolutely. And the cool thing is that, all of these, they don't break the bank. They're just available to you to be able to help you self promote. Social media doesn't cost anything to be on there. You just create an account. Media kit, it doesn't cost anything to create a media kit. It's a really simple process, but the power of networking, both online and offline, is huge. If you're not talking to people, your business is not growing. Okay. So attend like an industry event. So if you're a realtor, you're going to go to a network, to an event where you do a lot of networking, right? Join professional organizations, join groups on Facebook, actively participate in networking groups. There's mom groups all over the place. And you're going to be able to build more genuine relationships because what you bring to the table is not what somebody else is going to bring to the table. You're unique in your personality. You're unique in what you have to offer from your experiences in your business and in your life. So, so building those relationships and connections is invaluable for your business growth.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I love that. And I think that a lot of us, because we are operating so much of our businesses online, that we really are starting to forget to network in person because those are our audience members as well. I mean, they can be our ideal clients too. And going to in person, or not even like going to an in-person event, but just when you're out and you're talking to somebody, when it comes up in casual conversation, it's okay to mention what you do. And because I mean, if I were out somewhere and somebody, we met somebody and say, "Oh, what do you do?" and I was a teacher or a nurse or a lawyer or whatever, I'd say, "Oh, I teach at wherever it was," or "I'm a lawyer, or I'm a nurse." Everybody says that. There's something, a lot of us who are in our own businesses like this kind of, oh well, kind of step back a little bit, but be loud, be proud, tell them what you do.
Yeah.
But in person is a great way to network, and you never know who you're going to meet with there. It's a good way to tap into new opportunities and just to get more confident in saying out loud what you do, especially if you're new. If this isn't something that you've been doing or that you plan to do back when you were out of high school or college, it's sometimes harder to mention it. It's harder to be able to vocalize it. So just, build relationships, tell people what you would do as much as you would tell them if you were in other quote unquote traditional types of businesses. It's okay to do that. And, give them a business card, follow up with them, talk to them, let them know what you do. And you never know where that's going to go, for real. I'll mention another one that I absolutely love is promoting yourself through email marketing. Yeah, I know. That means you got to build up an email list, though, gals. It means you got to offer some valuable content that people are going to opt in, whether it's on your website, on your social media, in groups that you're part of, whatever it is. But going in and sending people regular messages in newsletters or updates or whatever, sharing information about what you do. If you have a business that has a product, or whether it's digital or physical, special offers for that, just something that's going to just nurture that group, whether your email group is two, one, or 200 or 1,000, it doesn't matter. That group is a valuable part of being able to nurture them and bring them into your world, so that you never know, those people could become your customers. You just don't know.
Exactly.
So I like that. So yeah, all
Yeah.
of that,
So
and email marketing, that's my other one.
yeah, and a part of email marketing is having a good lead magnet too. So thinking
Mm,
of, what kind of
sure.
freebie can you offer, right? So if you're in life coaching, you maybe offer some journal pages that have
Right.
helped you. If you're a mom trying to help other moms organize their being a parent, think of some menu ideas or some organizational tools that you can offer.
Oh, and
So,
one of our
but once you
client
get a few,
who's in financial, she just offered everybody a financial worth worksheet. I mean,
yeah, yeah,
don't
that's
we all
right.
need that to be able to just jot that stuff down? It's not something we think about. So that was a great way to get people into her world.
Exactly. And once you get a few customers under your belt, so customer testimonials and review are a great way to share your business. Encourage satisfied customers, provide testimonials, leave reviews on platforms like Google, My Business, Yelp, or industry specific review sites. Positive reviews can boost your credibility and really attract new customers. I mean, think about it, like on Amazon, before I buy a product, I automatically go to the reviews and look at what the customers have to say and what kind of questions they have and what did the product look like when it got there, and before I actually go and purchase this product. So for your business, you're going to want to let other people brag on you, and there's nothing wrong with that at all.
No, your clients are going to want to. If you've done a good job for them, they're going to want to brag on you to others. And if
Mhm.
there's something that they need to, to tweak, be open to that too. But anyway, so moving on, here is another of my favorites. So we're talking about ways of promoting yourself that aren't going to break the bank. And one of them is to utilize free online tools. Of course, Canva for designing your visuals, for designing that media kit we've talked about, for
Mhm.
designing any of the things that you put onto Facebook or Instagram or whatever your site is that you're part of. Using something like Meta for social media scheduling, because Meta is free. You don't have to pay anything to go into Facebook and schedule those kinds of things. Google Analytics, something that I'm getting into now for tracking your website traffic, just looking at things to see how they're free tools that might be able to give you some insight in how people are interacting with your content.
Mhm.
Helps you to market yourself, doesn't require a big financial investment, you name it. Yeah, and here's something that you probably don't think about, but I know that when like people come into my community, and I know newspapers are not as popular as they used to be, but when new businesses come into my community, people will put a press release out for that. They'll just write a, welcoming so and so into their business, or Dr. So and so would like to announce that he is taking new clients or whatever. You can totally do stuff like that. Pitching, I don't know if you guys have it, but around where I live, we have several neighborhoods have their own, like we have the northeast and the southeast or whatever. There's little regions where there's some small community, I guess you want to think
Mhm.
of it, community oriented magazines, and you could pitch your business to that. That's one of my goals this summer, is pitching our Foreverly boxes, our subscription boxes, to these small newspaper or these magazines, and they'll do write-ups about you, tell about how you started your business and things like that. It's okay to go and talk to those people, because that could be some free publication. They need content, and it could be some free advertising for you as well, just to do a
Mhm.
write-up about how you started your business, where you came from, where your family is, all that kind of stuff. Getting featured into those kinds of things, or even news articles, interviews, whatever it is, could still be exposure. They always say, let's see, no press is bad press. Well, maybe, but not for me.
Yeah.
I don't want bad press, but I do want exposure for my business, and you never know what doors might open up from that. So there's some other ideas for you. And a good thing,
Right.
if you've got your media kit, because we're going to be talking about that in some of our training, if you've got your media kit, that is something to offer somebody that they can use to write up the article. Cool turnaround there.
Right. And we really want to encourage you to our listeners to embrace like self promotion with confidence. It's normal to feel hesitant or uncomfortable at first, but remember that promoting yourself is an essential part of building a successful business. So you have to believe in your value. You have to be authentic, and you have to be vulnerable enough to be consistently sharing what makes you unique online.
Yeah, that's a great message. Be consistent and be bold with it. To all of our new business women out there, don't shy away from promoting yourself. Really embrace the power of social media, network marketing, networking, with your, being strategic with that, being intentional with that. Let the world know how amazing you are and the amazing work that you do.
Yeah, that's right. And remember, your voice and your story matters. So you're going to want to step into your power with that and promote yourself with pride, not prideful, but that you are excited to share what you have to offer and watch your business soar. So that's it for today, you guys. The episode of Empower the Yet. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll catch you next time with more empowering insights and strategies to help you thrive in business. But remember, slay those giants, girls, so you can empower the yet in your life and live happy, joyous, and free in Christ and start changing your family tree.